Viewers, good evening. 20 years ago, a woman wrote the truth. She wrote about the pain. She wrote about Hindus being hounded, humiliated, killed across the border. And for that truth, she was punished. Tonight, we are discussing how Taslima Nasreen was cancelled, not by any court, not by the law, but by a mob. Viewers, a mob that knew it could burn her books, threaten her life, and chase her out of Bengal and get away with it because the people in power allowed this. They had patronage, the mob had patronage, the radicals had patronage. Think about it, viewers. A woman writer, a refugee from persecution herself, hounded out of the very land she asked for shelter in, and you know who stood by and watched? The self-proclaimed champions of free speech in our country. The same parties that lecture us every single day on tolerance, pluralism, what have you, on the sanctity of free speech and expression. I want to ask them, viewers, where was that tolerance for Taslima Nasreen? Where was the outrage when her book was banned? When she was confined to a safe house like a criminal, not for any crime, mind you, but for a truth too inconvenient for the vote bank arithmetic calculations. And here's the most uncomfortable truth, viewers. For decades, I've said this in the past, secularism in our country has had an asterisk. You know that sign that says conditions apply? That meant standing up for some voices and abandoning others, depending on who might be offended and whose votes might be lost. Viewers, Taslima Nasreen was not cancelled by the right. She was cancelled by those who call themselves liberals. She was abandoned by those who claim to be champions of women's voices. She was hounded by those who wear the badge of pluralism on their sleeve. And now when a step is taken to welcome her back, watch who stayed quiet and how the radicals are upset by this move. The so-called free speech champions have suddenly nothing to say. They've gone mute. The question is not about Taslima Nasreen's return. It's about exposing the hypocrisy of the so-called liberals and this ecosystem that has misled and fooled an entire generation, viewers. I'm going to expose those who have spent decades claiming the moral high ground on, you know, rights and choices, whatnot. Let's expose their real faces tonight. And this must be said, and I'm going to say it, that those who oppose CAA and say that Muslims must also get shelter, stand exposed. Look what they did to a Muslim woman. Forget shelter. They could not even guarantee her safety in a state. Sample the reactions.
सवाल ये है कि जो भारत में अनेकता में एकता की संस्कृति है, कल्चर है, क्या बीजेपी उसे बिल्कुल नस्त नाबूद कर देना चाहती है? जो कोई हमारे मिलीजुली संस्कृति को नुकसान पहुंचा रहा है, उसे रोका जाना चाहिए।
তা নিয়ে তিনি লজ্জা লিখেছিলেন। সেই বই আবার বুদ্ধদেব ভট্টাচার্য বাজেয়াপ্ত করিয়েছিলেন, প্রকৃত সত্য যাতে না আসে, সেটাও করেছিলেন ব্লক ভোটের স্বার্থে। তা কোনো লেখিকা আসবেন এখানে, আমারই দাবি ছিল, তিনি আসছেন, স্বাগত তাকে।
Taslima Nasreen, a noted author who has written extensively on the kind of persecution of Hindus that has taken place at the hands of Islamists in Bangladesh, is now returning to Kolkata. Just because she has written about the persecution of Hindus at hands of Islamists, they want to block her. They banned her books, they have abused her, heckled her.
Let me quickly introduce the panel. Tuhin Sinha, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Vivek Srivastav, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party, Professor Monojit Mondal, Professor Atikur Rahman. Karan Verma completes the panel. But before I begin the discussion on Taslima Nasreen, we have Mr. Saifuddin Soz joining us, and I would like to, with your permission, viewers and our fellow guests on the panel, indulge him for 5 minutes for his comments on Article 370. So, Mr. Soz, good evening, sir. Thank you for speaking to Times Now.
All right.
Why did you say what you said about Article 370? Why are you against the idea of India? Why are you against integration, sir?
You see, as per idea of India, I am a passionate follower of that philosophy. I love my country and its secular system and its inner vitality. Beyond that, you can ask the questions, certain shades suppressed or not understanding when I tell them the whole story. If I tell them the Constitution of India is so great that it is always a pleasing situation in heart and mind. I told the journal today that
No, Mr. Soz, let's keep it simple, sir. You know, not everybody is as qualified and intellectually inclined as you are. We are ordinary people. Why did you say that people of Jammu and Kashmir should fight for restoration of Article 370? Our actual issue is internal autonomy. Internal autonomy? What do you mean by internal autonomy?
By internal autonomy that was guaranteed by Article 370 of the Constitution of India. So if I say restore it, say I'm not violating any principle. I'll
tell you what you're violating. You're violating the spirit of India, sir, spirit of one India, and you're betraying that idea of India. I began by asking you that question, Mr. Soz. You've held high offices in the past, and you know, I would expect responsible commentary from you. Are you going to defend? No, 1 minute, sir. If I were to ask you that, tell me 3 things that the people of Kashmir are not getting after Article 370 was abrogated, what would you tell me? 3 things. I'll give you 5 instances of discrimination that came with Article 370.
You see, nothing might have gone wrong, but something has happened in the imagination of the, youth of Jammu and Kashmir state, particularly. I am telling you that Article 370 of the Constitution of India had done no wrong to the unity of India, integrity of India. It was, you see, maneuvered.
Mr. Soz, let's keep it simple. I'm, you know, at the cost of repeating myself, what do you mean by internal autonomy? Do you want azadi?
Internal autonomy as was ensured by Article 370 of the Constitution of India. So, if some people say that should be restored, I support them.
No, why are you saying it? No, I'll tell you who are these people that you're talking about live on the other side of the border. Pakistan wants Article 370 restored. And there are separatist elements in Kashmir who echo that line. Do you see yourself in that group?
No, you can't intimidate me. You can't put words into my mouth. Listen to me. I say Constitution Article 370 as part of Constitution India had done no harm to India's unity and integrity.
Of course it had. Of course it had done harm. Article 370 ensured discrimination, sir. Discrimination to so many sections. For so long, for decades altogether.
No.
And 1 minute. When you say, okay, now answer a simple question, Mr. Soz.
Teach me, what kind of
when I ask you, what are the 3 things that the people of Kashmir don't have now that Article 370 has been abrogated? 3 instances, 3 things. Keep it simple, please.
You do answer my question. What discrimination was caused by Article 370? Tell me.
I'll read out the list of discrimination, sir. Hear this.
Huh?
I'll read out the list of discrimination that came with Article 370, and it was important that the Article 370 is abrogated. The BJP promised it and the BJP walked the talk. And how dare you question its sanctity? The parliament is behind it. Do you question the majesty of the parliament in a democracy like ours, Mr. Soz?
आपको सब कुछ बीजेपी का अच्छा लगता है. अगर आप बीजेपी के फिलॉसफी मानते हैं, मैं इस हालत में नहीं हूं.
आप संविधान को तो मानते हैं ना मिस्टर सोज? संविधान को मानते हैं आप?
जान से मानता हूं.
जान से मानते हैं तो आज वो समय आ गया है कि आपको चुनना पड़ेगा. संविधान में और ये जो आजादी के नारे जो लोग लगाते हैं, जो सेपरेटिस्ट है, जो इंटरनल ऑटोनॉमी कहते हैं, इट इज अनदर वे ऑफ सेइंग आजादी. इंटरनल ऑटोनॉमी इज नथिंग बट अनदर वे ऑफ सेइंग आजादी. आप मेरे सवाल का जवाब दीजिए.
नहीं, मेरा भी नहीं, सुनो ना, आप बोलते जाते हैं. जो यहाँ आजादी मांगते हैं इसी नाम से, वो गलत बात है. हम हिंदुस्तान का अटूट अंग हैं और रहेंगे. वो तो मैं दिलो जान से मानता हूं.
तो
हिंदुस्तान
अगर आप
के आईन
मानते
को
मिस्टर
सलाम
सोज, नहीं, अगर आप मानते, आई एम ग्लैड यू आर सेइंग दिस, कि अटूट अंग है, इट इज एन इंटेग्रल पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया, देन व्हाट इज दिस थियरी अबाउट इंटरनल ऑटोनॉमी? यू हैव सेड इट.
Now give me time and listen to me. Listen to me. When our relation was, you see, carved out, we joined the Union of India. That time, our strongest leader, Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah, decided to accede to India. He did not look to Pakistan. And when he joined, he ensured that within the Constitution of India, we would have internal autonomy. That internal autonomy was discussed in the Constituent Assembly here and in the Parliament. I can tell you the dates, Simon. So it was by discussion and dialogue,
Sir,
that the central...
No, 1 minute.
central
You're not
government
saying the
agreed.
full thing, Mr. Soz. The thing that you're talking about was a temporary provision. Temporary is the operative word. Here, and hear me out on the discrimination, sir. You were, asking me about the discrimination. Please, I beg your indulgence. Valmikis, the Dalit and scheduled caste community, often in jobs like sanitation, etc., who migrated from Punjab in the 50s, were denied their rights. Basic dignity was denied to them. It came with 370. You want to restore that discrimination? What is the problem? Tell me one thing. I asked you for 3. Tell me one thing. What is it that you don't have after Article 370 was abrogated?
You don't listen to me. You have no courage to listen to me. I was wanting to tell you, when our relationship was carved out within the Constitution of India, it was provided that we shall have internal autonomy within the provisions of Article 370. It was written there, temporary, transitory, but that transitory would be decided by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. It was not to be decided by Delhi.
No,
That
why?
is what
Jammu
Delhi
Kashmir
has
is
done.
not part of India, sir. Now you are going back on your words.
Integral part of India.
Then
it will continue.
Then why
to
are
be
you then
integral
why are
part
you
of
saying it can't be decided by Delhi? This was decided by Parliament. Parliament is the collective will of the people of India, Mr. Soz.
Parliament cannot continuously change our position. We have acceded to India.
The Constitution allows Constitution allows the Parliament to make laws. Are you saying that the decision to abrogate Article 370 is illegal, unconstitutional? Mr. Soz, answer this.
No, you don't listen to me. I say we have acceded to India, democratic India. So we have accepted the Constitution of India. It's a letter and separate. But within that Constitution, we had internal autonomy guaranteed.
Sir, ये internal autonomy क्या होता है? This is another way of saying आजादी चाहिए, आपको आजादी चाहिए. Internal autonomy क्या होता है? There was no political reservation for the scheduled tribes. You want that discrimination to continue, Mr. Soz?
Look here. If you have RSS psychology in your mind, then you can quarrel me.
Okay, now tell me. Okay, now you tell me, Mr. Soz. Now, Mr. Soz, between RSS ideology and Pakistan ideology, what is more dangerous?
You don't have courage.
No, Mr. Soz, I have all the courage, sir. Yeah, tell me, between RSS ideology is the word, not psychology. Between RSS ideology and Pakistan ideology, what is more dangerous? It's an easy one for you.
I have no truck with RSS, and I have never looked to Pakistan. I am an Indian today, I will be Indian tomorrow.
No, you may be an Indian, Mr. Soz. This is not about your nationality. It is about what you make of the Constitution. It was a temporary provision. And by the way, sir, Sheikh Abdullah was jailed by the greatest Democrat, Mr. Nehru. Nehru sent Sheikh Abdullah to jail for some of these things that you are saying now.
No.
Was Nehru from the RSS?
There is no. Therefore, the same Nehru apologized to Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah.
Yeah.
Then he was released.
Okay, that's because
You
he
must
needed
know.
votes for his political compulsions. Why should the government apologize? Tell me one thing that the people of Jammu and Kashmir don't
You
have
can't talk
in
to- you
absence
don't
of Article
listen to-
370. Just one, Mr. Soz. People are watching you. You are a senior leader, sir. You know, they respect you. आप बता तो दीजिए एक चीज ऐसा क्या है लोगों के पास जो अभी नहीं है?
People of Jammu and Kashmir will not, you see, compromise their philosophy on Article 370.
What is that
Article
philosophy?
370
No, what is that philosophy?
philosophy is that we are an integral part of India.
वो तो है, sir. Who is
But
doubting
we
it?
shall-
You are more
You
integral
don't-
than you ever were.
don't allow me to say, you don't allow me to say next sentence. Two sentences. We are an integral part of India. We shall continue to be integral part of India, but we shall have the local autonomy, internal autonomy to safeguard our cultural things, cultural history.
Do you believe
and
in
cultural
you believe in the Constitution? You said yes. You believe. I
Yes.
hope you believe in the Supreme Court of India, sir.
Yes, certainly.
What has the
certainly.
Supreme Court of India said about abrogation of Article 370? Constitutional,
But
unconstitutional, legal, illegal.
Listen to me. Supreme Court decision will always be acceptable to us.
Then
But
what is
that
the
will
debate?
not-
When
that
the court has
Supreme-
decided.
Supreme-
When the highest court of the land has decided, Mr. Soz, why do you echo what Pakistan keeps saying?
No.
Pakistan, 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Mr. Soz, I have regards for you, but if you take this line, then I have to put India first. And that is, this is the line that Pakistan pushes. Article 370 वापस लाना है, restore. And if you're so convinced, Mr. Soz, why don't you write a letter to your, senior leadership, the high command in Delhi, and tell them to make this part of their election manifesto? Let the Congress people promise the people that when the Congress returns to power, it will restore Article 370. Will you do this?
I cannot put words into the mouth of Congress spokesperson.
I am not asking you to put words. Can you put words on a piece of paper?
You listen. Give me 1 full minute. 1 full minute. Jammu and Kashmir state is an integral part of India today, and it will continue to be integral part of India. Having said that, I want to say I salute Constitution of India.
Then if you salute Constitution of India, then you can't be saluting the separatist ideology, Mr. Soz. Over 800 or more central laws were not applicable. Courtesy 370. All that has gone now. Jammu and Kashmir is now as integrated as a state can be. And the debate has been settled by the Supreme Court. And if you really have the courage of conviction, then you must ask your leadership in Delhi, because you keep saying Delhi can't decide, Delhi can't decide. Unfortunately, the Congress leadership is in Delhi. I don't know where they are, but ask them to put there in the manifesto. Do you endorse this idea of Congress putting this in their manifesto?
No, listen to me. You are talking unnecessarily. Give me 1 minute. Full minute.
Sir, le lijiye full
Jammu
minute.
and Kashmir state is an integral part of India today. It will always be integral part of India. Having said that, I respect the internal autonomy which we have earned for us through discussion and dialogue with the Union of India. And that internal autonomy gives us our own constitution we have devised. Our assembly has devised a constitution, our culture. And 370 was a guarantee for that.
Khatam ho gaya,
should be
sir.
restored.
Gone are those days now. No
Therefore,
more appeasement.
therefore,
No, Mr. Soz. Now you can dream of a constitution, a separate flag. Prepare a blueprint for it, submit it to the Congress High Command. Let's really see if the Congress can do this. Do you back this idea? Do you think the Congress leadership will listen to you and put this in their manifesto that when the Congress returns, we will restore Article 370?
I cannot tell them Congress party is, they have their spokesman. I'm not Congress party spokesman.
Are you a Congress leader?
Saifuddin Soz.
Are you, Mr.
This
Soz,
is
are
my
you a Congress
personal-
leader?
No, I am not representing Congress this time.
No,
They
not
have
this
their
time. Are you a
spokesman,
leader or
their
not? Are you a
president.
Congress leader?
I am a congressman.
Okay, now, okay,
By
my final
conviction,
question to you, Mr.
I will
Soz. Mr.
continue
Soz,
to
I have
be
another
Congress.
debate to do.
No.
This is my final
No,
question to you,
I have
Mr.
a
Soz.
personal
This will actually settle the debate. Do you believe, okay, sir, just my final question to Mr. Soz, please. Do you believe the BJP is anti-Jammu and Kashmir?
Okay, BJP is a communal party. It works in tandem with RSS.
Right.
I cannot discuss RSS and BJP this time.
Okay, okay.
We are
BJP
discussing
is an
Article
anti.
37.
Okay, BJP is a communal party and follows the ideology of the RSS. Do you believe Congress is everything, you know, fair, secular, democratic?
Yes.
Why is the
had a
Congress then,
culture-
1 minute, why is Rahul Gandhi and the Congress High Command, Sonia Gandhi, Mr. Khadge, what have you, why are they not saying what you are saying if they are really so secular?
Within the party, some people say what they say. I am a senior member of the Congress party. I love my Congress party and its ideology, but I'm not representing Congress this time.
What are you
because they
saying?
have
You've
a
exposed the
spokesman.
party, the leadership, and your own mindset, Mr. Soz. I have nothing more to say. The people have heard that conversation and they will draw their inference. But please don't follow the don't follow the separatist agenda of demanding a separate constitution for Jammu and Kashmir. Get this idea out of your mind. Period. Thank you for speaking to us, sir. Let's move on, viewers. Let's talk about what we began the program with, Taslima Nasreen. Monojit Mondal, are you happy that Taslima Nasreen is coming back?
In fact, I'll be happy for any such writers who are writing out of their own volition. We might criticize him or her, but they should have their place in a civilized society. I have nothing more to add. She had problems. She can be writing something which may not be liked by others. In fact, as an academic, I am completely against banning any writer. I am complete votary of free speech. As an academic, I can have political leanings. The parties
Sir, I'm
can have
asking you a
different
simple
views,
question.
but as an
Professor Mondal, are you happy? Yes or no? Why are you talking like Mr. Soz?
About himself or husband. No, of course, I'm saying as an academic, I'm definitely happy. But this should have been done long time
as an
back.
academic, इसका क्या मतलब होता है? वो बोल रहे हैं, I'm not a Congress leader. I am now speaking as a non-Congress leader. ये as an academic नहीं. Is Professor Mondal happy that Taslima Nasreen's exile is ending?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Second
I am
question.
happy.
Who are the people who sent her into this forced exile? Will you condemn them?
Of course. Of course.
Let's take the
They were
names,
the
sir.
left people, the most
Started with the left
hypocritical-
government and
The left people, I'm saying the CPIM had driven them out of the state and the country.
okay, and the
And
TMC had
also,
got
to a
nothing to
large
do with
extent,
it.
the
Professor
government-
Mondal, the TMC had got nothing to do with it.
TMC has got nothing. Absolutely, TMC has got.
Great.
I do not find any appeal from Ms. Nasreen that she is appealing to the TMC government and in consonance with the central
Why should
government.
she
to
appeal?
come
No,
back.
1 minute. Do you wait for every victim to appeal? Why couldn't the TMC extend an invitation? Why couldn't you, reverse this injustice? What were you waiting for the BJP to come to power and invite Taslima Nasreen?
Mr. Pranesh, she had the security threats, or her own agencies had said. She came to India even after 2007.
I am talking
Look what
about,
happened to
I
our
am
other
talking
states.
about what your state government did. You are blaming the left. The problem was also with TMC. आ रहा हूं, विवेक श्रीवास्तव आ रहा हूं, आपके अपने कॉलीग आपको ब्लेम कर रहे हैं. अभी तो मैंने शुरू ही नहीं किया है.
Let us have a sensible debate, Mr. Pranesh. She had death threats, not just in Bengal but in India.
Yeah, so what
And
did
you
the
saw it,
government
what
do
happened in
if
Hyderabad?
someone has a death threat tomorrow, God forbid, if you have a death threat and if if the government comes to know, will the government not give you adequate security? Will you not expect that?
Which government should give them this? Give her the security? The central government. She came to India as a Swedish citizen.
Sir, the union ministers who go to Bengal have, central paramilitary security with them, yet they are attacked in Bengal. What are you even talking about, Professor Mondal? Don't get me started. Samay kam hai, sir. I have to, go through the panel. 1 minute. Now, let me tell you, Taslima Nasreen has written to Mamta Banerjee, and I am quoting what she said. I wrote to Mamta Banerjee, but there was no response to that. To be honest, I had written an article for a popular Bengali daily, hoping that she will notice it and help my cause. Though it was a very positive article on Mamta, but nothing changed.
That was forwarded to the Home Ministry. She was supposed to be given the green signal by the Home Ministry.
Okay, forget it. You can't take a position.
India.
Obviously, political compulsions come in the way. Vivek Srivastava. The left claims to be the champions of free speech, tolerance, etc., etc. Everything, liberal under the sun. You do a match the following. Are you happy Taslima Nasreen is back? Why did you hound her?
No. We will still hound her. Who told you? We don't welcome her. I mean, I have one condition of supporting Taslima Nasreen. अगर आप उत्तर प्रदेश के स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य को भारतीय दर्शन शास्त्र के एनालिसिस के लिए भारत रत्न और ज्ञानपीठ देंगे तो मैं तस्लीमा नसरीन को एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए तैयार हूं।
Taslima Nasreen is not asking for a commendation from the left. Taslima Nasreen is not asking for any award or a certificate. And Ashwini ji, हंसिए तो मत इस पे, serious topic है. And don't tell me you have a smiling face. Vivek Srivastava?
If the BJP government welcomes Taslima Nasreen, it should be after they give a Jnanpith to Swami Prasad Maurya.
नहीं स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य के अगेन नहीं एक मिनट एक बात बताइए स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य एग्जाइल में है क्या उनको उत्तर प्रदेश से निकाल दिया है क्या
नहीं सर क्योंकि वो भारत के नागरिक हैं तस्लीमा नसरीन हमारी नागरिक नहीं है सर आप कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं
तो आप तो सीए में बोलते थे जो हमारे नागरिक नहीं है मुस्लिम्स मस्ट गेट शेल्टर हियर एंड रेफ्यूज भूल गए विवेक श्रीवास्तव
यस
भूल गए आप
बट नॉट मुस्लिम हेटर्स यू सी
मुस्लिम हेटर्स
दे आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स हिंदू हेटर्स डिफरेंट थिंग्स
A Muslim is a Muslim hater. Vivek Srivastav's words of wisdom here. Vivek Srivastava is a Muslim lover. Taslima Nasreen is a Muslim hater. Tuhin Sinha, respond to this quickly.
Well, Pranesh, I can see that Vivek Srivastava is very disturbed today, but please understand the larger issue. Taslima Nasreen belongs to the shared Bengali civilizational and cultural continuum, which was divided politically at the time of partition, but could not be erased culturally. And we have a commitment towards living up to that civilizational value. So anybody who needs protection because he's being persecuted will get protection in India, whether it is Sheikh Hasina or whether it is Taslima Nasreen. Also, please understand that radicalization today is the biggest security threat across the globe. So if somebody has the courage to stand up as a crusader against radicalization, India as a responsible global power has reserves the right to protect her. But why are we so surprised? This is the same Congress party which did not want to protect Taslima Nasreen but went out of its way to protect Zakir Nair, who finally had to flee the country when we started investigating his activities. He had to flee the country in 2016, and there are still many Congress people, many like Vivek Srivastava in the opposition, who are itching to see Zakir Naik back in the country. This is the difference between our sensibilities and their sensibilities. They stand for radicalization. We stand committed to removing radicalization in all its forms and protecting the globe.
Professor Mondal, ab haath utha ke kya hoga, sir? I asked you 3-4 times, you could not take a position. Now, wait for your turn. There are many people who haven't spoken. Karan, the so-called free speech champs are all exposed today. Vivek Srivastava को देख लीजिए.
पहले मैं जरा मोनोजीत मंडल को एक स्टेटमेंट बता दूं तस्लीमा नसरीन की. What she said Mamta is even harsher than the left towards me. 23rd January 2017. You rightly quoted that she tried to speak to Mamta. In fact, Mamta stopped the publication of her book Nirbhasan. Pardon me if I am getting the pronunciation wrong. She ensured that this book wasn't released. So she was even worse than the left. That's her version. Now let me come to the great jewel of India, Mr. Vivek Srivastava and the CPIM. You know, Pranesh, when this book was released, when Taslima Nasreen's book, which created this controversy, Dvikhandito, it was firstly banned in West Bengal by Buddhadev Bhattacharya, the same Buddhadev Bhattacharya, who, by the way, was pressing for MF Hussain to be protected. They passed a resolution and said, so what if MF Hussain can paint and depict Hindu goddesses in the worst possible light? So what? He is still our jewel and he should be brought back to India. In fact, the CPIM passed a resolution. Also, when the book, a book filled with hatred towards the Hindus and alternate history written by Wendy Doniger, it was again the CPIM that passed a resolution that the ban should be lifted. So what if Hindus are being criticized? Vivek Srivastava is fine. If Hindus are being criticized or Sanatan is being sought to be eradicated, he is absolutely fine with that. But for Taslima Nasreen, for the first time, a chief minister, a sitting chief minister orders this woman to leave the state. Can you imagine? And then they talk about the world being a global village. Let's erase the borders. This is their hypocrisies. This is what they did to a woman who was attacked by AIMIM MLAs, hounded, and the Congress kept quiet about it. The same Congress, Ashwini ji, who in 2006 took up the matter with the Danish government that how dare you make cartoons of Prophet Muhammad. Wrongly done, I agree. But you took it up at an official diplomatic level. They went to the Shahi Imam and said, "Aap shant ho jao, don't protest." We've taken it with the Danish government. So much sensitivity towards the others and so much hatred for the Hindus. This exposes this entire ecosystem today, Pranesh.
And I'll tell you why she was hounded out. Look at what's playing on your screen. Cancelled for these reasons, because she exposed the lynching of Hindus. She exposed how the radicals operate, how Hindus are persecuted by sheer hate and intolerance. Because of these reasons, Taslima Nasreen was cancelled, and you have people like Vivek Srivastava is not the jewel of India by any stretch of imagination, Karan. He may be the jewel of Beijing, I don't know, or any other country, not of Bharat. आप उनको सर्टिफिकेट आप करेक्ट कर दीजिए if you are planning to print one. Ashwini ji, the Congress party, you know, I must give it to you, फर्स्ट अमेंडमेंट भी आप ले आए थे, तो फ्री स्पीच पे तो आप लोगों का जबरदस्त रिकॉर्ड है, गोल्ड स्टैंडर्ड इन मेनी वेज. आर यू हैप्पी दैट तस्लीमा नसरीन इज कमिंग बैक?
Should I be happy? What do you want me to be, Pranesh?
Sir, if you think Nehru was a Democrat, if your party stands for free speech, liberty, you should be.
Yeah, our party stands for free speech, but free speech should not revolve around spreading the venom and creating divide in the society. And same Taslima Nasreen also quoted that because of this governments and current regime, why are Hindus trying to prove that they can become IS-like extremists? Will BJP endorse that?
यही मैं आपसे यही सुनना चाहता था. मैं बोलता तो आप मुझे गोदी मीडिया बोल देते. अश्विनी जी, अच्छा हुआ आपने बता दिया. अब आप देखिए, आपने जो कोट बोला ये बीजेपी के लिए तस्लीमा नसरीन ने कहा था, but despite this, the BJP is standing with तस्लीमा नसरीन.
बीजेपी के लिए नहीं कहा था, आप बीजेपी के लिए नहीं कहा था. She is trying to create a divide in the society, calling names for Hindus and Muslims, trying to create a fear.
I'll give you examples of, you know, instances, things that have been said to create divide. Now you tell me what the Congress party has done. Have you heard of Udyanidhi Stalin and what he said about Sanatan? Should I read it out to you? AIDS, dengue,
yes.
HIV, he compared Sanatan to that. Was he spreading harmony or hatred?
Good.
बोलिए सर.
Ask Tuhin, BJP is taking his support in delimitation bill.
वो छोड़ दीजिए सर.
Ask Tuhin, BJP
आप तो अलायंस में थे, वो तो जब होगा. You fear, no, your worst fears might come true. वो तो हो सकता है, वो तो that is a separate debate, हम वो भी करेंगे. अश्विनी जी आप उस पे रहिएगा. But आप बताइए, Congress was in an alliance with the DMK, and now you are, you know, giving lectures on peace, harmony, tolerance. Karan?
No, not just in alliance. On 4th September 2023, Ashwini ji, Priyank Kharge gave a bite to PTI, Press Trust of India, and said, of course, anything that doesn't preach equality like Sanatan is as good as a disease. So it's not just that they were in alliance, they doubled down on that, Pranesh. Priyank Kharge is on record saying
I
this.
just read
That
one
is the Congress
sentence
party.
because I have the whole list here. We've done so many debates. If I start reading all of them, show hi khatam ho jayega. Atikur Rahman, you stand for tolerance.
Pranesh, the orthodox and the hardline elements from my community and even in Bangladesh, they were hard with Taslima. She has all the right to convey what she thinks. I have only the limitation that when she misquotes the Quran and she quotes the Quran out of context, she should not do that. I will limit my argument only to that thing, that she misquotes the Quran. She tries to follow in the trap of the West and malign Islam and the Quran. That's my limited point. Otherwise,
No, Atikur Rahman, on this so-called limited point, Atikur Rahman, do you believe that if what you're saying is true and if it indeed happened, should she be getting death threats? Is that the punishment?
Rather, I will invite her for a dialogue, but she should have all the chance to write.
No, you can only invite, you can only invite Professor Saab, you can only invite Taslima Nasreen if you take permission from the great liberal here, Vivek Srivastava. He is the great wall of liberty.
Blasphemy is not there in Islam, Pranesh. There is no blasphemy. We cannot restrict people to convey what they think of Islam or the Prophet of Islam.
What are you saying, sir? Atikur Rahman.
I am here to remove the cobwebs from her mind.
Okay, so Mr. Rahman, then I want you to walk the talk. If you are ready to welcome Taslima Nasreen for a dialogue, what do you think of these people? Monojit Mondal? Or forget Professor Mondal because he says he is happy. I have taken your name off, Professor Mondal, don't get agitated. Vivek Srivastava, Ashwini Mishra. They are anti-Taslima. What would you tell them?
No, they are having their own, understanding of the things. But I will request them too, that the Muslim community should convey that Islam is tolerance. Prophet Muhammad never even, took any...
Vivek Srivastava, between Udyanidhi Stalin and Taslima Nasreen, who would you pick if you had to pick a poster boy of, hate and bigotry?
Obviously, Taslima Nasreen.
Okay.
Obviously, Udyanidhi Stalin तो भाई बहुत अच्छे आदमी हैं. उनके ऊपर आप क्यों प्रश्न चिन्ह उठा रहे हैं? He's a great man. He's a good guy. Why do you hate him so much? I think you hate him. You should not hate him. Don't hate him.
Congress party loves Udyanidhi Stalin.
You want to go to Sweden?
No. Congress party loves Udyanidhi Stalin.
No. You see, they are two different parties. Sometimes they have a tie-up. Sometimes the tie-up may not be there for some time. Then again there will be a tie-up. It's electoral understandings. जैसे आपका TDP, जैसे आपका JDU और BJP.
तो इनमें से किसने कहा है एंटी रिलीजन रिमार्क्स किसने, आप बता दीजिए. लेट्स टेक पोजीशंस. आप विवेक श्रीवास्तव ये सोच क्या थे हर डिबेट में मुझे एक्सपोज करना है अपने आप को?
अरे क्या एक्सपोज करना है सर? आप हल्ला मचा,
आप तो नहीं, हल्ला तो मैं मचाऊंगा, हल्ला मैं मचाऊंगा और आपकी हिपोक्रेसी बाहर लाऊंगा, क्योंकि आप अपने आप को चैंपियन मानते हैं ना, सेक्युलरिज्म, फ्री स्पीच, लिबर्टी, दिस दैट द अदर, और आपको उदयनिधि ग्रेट लग रहे हैं फॉर हिज एंटी सनातन कमेंट्स एंड तस्लीमा नसरीन इज अ हेट मॉन्गर. तो इन सिना
Okay, Vivek is clearly rattled today, so let me not go where he's, let me not go to him. My point is very simple. In the last 22 years, Taslima Nasreen has been in India, barring a period of 6 months in 2008 when she had to go because UPA could not provide a protection. But imagine, even after coming back, it took her 18 years to come back to the city which she has considered her home. She has said so many times that I consider Kolkata my home. And like I said, you are a Bengali. Any Bengali, is aware of the civilizational connect between Bengal and Bangladesh. If she is fighting against radicalization, we need to stand by her. But people like Vivek Srivastava have only weakened our fight against radical forces. And of course, the less you talk about Congress party, the better. Every day, Imran Masood makes some statement which is pro-radical, which is pro-terrorist. So that is the reality
Karan,
of
what
Congress
does it
party
tell you
today.
about, the ecosystem that, talks of tolerance, etc.?
No. Pranesh, their poster boy for years has been Zakir Naik. I remember those scenes where Digvijay Singh and all these people used to line up and say that he's a great messiah of peace. Later on, Bangladesh, a terror incident happened in Bangladesh where the chief inspiration was Zakir Naik. I want to know from Atikur Rahman. He said she misquotes the Quran. Does Zakir Naik quote the Quran correctly, sir? And he's, by the way, given 50 lakhs to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Zakir Naik. Later on, it was found that, he had siphoned off money, properties and properties, layers and layers, and the Congress was busy backing him, giving him 24/7 coverage on television. Imagine this hate was
patronage money, Karan, patronage money.
Congress rule.
That was a
And
protection,
Vivek here-
patronage, who knows?
Absolutely.
I just hope that, on the 1st of August, or whenever this event takes place, I want to see Professor Mondal at that event, cheering Taslima Nasreen, and Vivek Srivastava crying at Jantar Mantar, and Ashwini Mishra can decide what he wants to do when Taslima Nasreen, Vivek Srivastava हाँ भी बोल रहे हैं, that he will be shedding tears. But let's leave it at this. We have another story to tell. I thank you for joining us.